The fire in Los Angeles.
Man, I
Terrible.
had to evacuate.
Maestro had to evacuate.
It wasn't nearly as bad as like people who are actually.
It was close
losing their
enough
house.
though. Like,
But
for
it was
you to-
on Runyon Canyon, and I was like, I literally wasn't paying attention. I was just over here editing clip. Ah, that's funny. Yeah, there we go. The people are like that. And then I get a call, and it's like, hey, you are you good? And I'm like, what do you mean? You should, there's a fire at Runyon. I'm like, oh, word. Damn, I'm gonna have to check that out. Look out the fucking window. I turn around, I look out the window, I see fire. I go, oh, I should pack a bag and get out of here.
I had a couple friends who came and stayed with me, trying to get away, because they were one of them was close to the Hollywood, one was close to, in Sherman Oaks, and it was getting closer to them. So, yeah, like I've been saying, I stepped outside the first night of the fire, and I took a whiff, and I was like, this smells like 9/11. So, like, I grew up in New Jersey. I moved to New Jersey from Cleveland, and so I was right across the water when 9/11 happened. And I remember walking outside of school and being at my house and just smelling burning, and it's all the way over there. And that's the same reminiscent. Like, I'm so close, but so far, but still able to smell the fucking catastrophe.
Yeah.
And I know like people who like really lost their like whole house, like their whole everything. Like I know people who lost entire neighborhoods where they grew up. Like,
yeah, that's crazy.
And
I know a friend of a friend. They lost in Pasadena. A whole house went up. Like,
yeah,
they got like a family, dog, fucking. You know what I mean? It's like all this like. It's like 5 people. You got to figure out. You know what I mean? What we're gonna do now? And it's just. Like,
and then what do you do now? Like,
yeah, because they're not breaking off that insurance right away, if ever.
Ever.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, boom, they're not gonna give the insurance back. So then this is where I'm starting to get worried, because like, boom, they just knocked out so many houses.
Yeah.
So much real estate. So like, there's a couple layers of things that I'm worried about. First, when people sell, either people are gonna rebuild. Do they have the money to rebuild?
And do you want to rebuild there?
Second, do you want to rebuild there? Right. If you do rebuild, you shouldn't use wood. Maybe we should start going into steel houses and everything.
Like they do in Japan.
Like they do in Japan, so fires won't burn your house down. But then, do you have the money to do that?
Yeah, that's what.
Secondly, okay, boom. All right, let me just sell this property. Is all the equity in your house gone now? So there's no more. So like, if you have a house that's worth 1.8 or $2 million, but it burnt down, are you getting charged for the house that was lost, or are you getting charged for the land?
Right.
So now, are you that $2 million house? Are you only gonna get 800,000, or like 900,000, or $1 million just because of the land? Then will the government have to supplement for that because insurance companies don't want to pay? Right. And then I'm like, okay, but then now all these areas are wiped out. That means less housing in Los Angeles. There's already basically a shortage. So now what happens to people who weren't affected directly by the fires? Now I'm like, are landlords going to start trying to go
So already happened. So now they're getting close to price gouging percentages because people are just raising rents.
They are.
Across the board.
They're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So then I was like, this problem keeps trickling down, because it's like, okay, now even if you have a house and you live here, now they're going to start trying to raise your rent.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And so everyone's trying to raise your rent. So now, like, this is a
big problem.
This is a big problem. So now it's like, okay. So now does this mean that prices on houses like in my area, like in the Lamert area or in the Inglewood area, now go up because they didn't have, they didn't catch on fire?
For sure.
So now they can start the industrialization of that area as they've been trying to do, and because we're having the Olympics there in 4 years and the World Cup in 2 years
and the
Super Bowl in 2 or 3 years. So now they're trying to build up. So now the area that I'm in is gonna
Do you think Gavin's going to be governor for all of that?
I don't know how he hasn't left yet.
I'm baffled. Baffled.
He hasn't. I mean, he was through COVID, and everybody was mad at him during COVID, and he's still there now. So I don't know what.
And people go to, and it's so crazy because it's like, because he's just like, on one side, not the other, people just go to bat for him. And I'm just like, people that look like us. And I'm like, this isn't your guy. Like, this nigga was never going to be hanging. Like, what are you talking about?
Well, I was thinking, like, you really. So you have to be in politics, and for me to really respect you and really care about you, you have to be a special person. Like, you have to be like you have to. Everybody has a tick, or everybody has a thing about them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like public service people should care about people more than they care about themselves. Like, that should be that. No. I'm saying, like, and every now and then one appears like a Bernie Sanders. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
right.
I'm never gonna ride for a politician unless you are autistic in the way of loving others.
I feel you.
Does that make sense?
No, that does make sense. Like, yeah, I know what you mean. Because my thought process is, and this is why you don't have any more Bernie Sanders now, it's kind of like, if you are that kind of person, you don't even want to be a politician.
And that's why it's rare when they pop up in politics. So it's like, I'm basically where I'm getting at. I don't trust none of them niggas.
Yeah,
like, I don't trust any of them.
No,
like, because none of them have the qualities that I deem appropriate for a public servant that is supposed to serve and service the people that they serve.
No. And that's not why they got into it.
Or
maybe that's why they got into it, but a lot of them have lost their way.
They got into it.
I feel like a handful.
Listen, man, I don't know how often you're gonna find a person that's not selfish and that, like, is not looking for self-interest.
In general,
I am selfish and looking, like, 99.89% of the population is self-serving.
Yeah.
It's like the basic instinct is survival of the fittest, and what is it? Your basic
self-preservation.
Yes, your basic instinct is
self-preservation.
Exactly.
Nigga, number one.
That's number one. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So it's like, that's your baser instinct. It would take years of
de-evolution,
Buddhist and being de-evolution to get rid of that trait. So it's just like,
or having a child.
So knowing that someone's going into politics, I already know they want power and they want influence.
They want money, power, and respect.
Or they have some type of delusions of grandeur where they believe they are the one person that can fix all of these problems.
Yes. And those are the people I'm talking about. It's still those people that'd be the problem.
Those are sociopaths.
They're delusional people, but they really do believe, hey,
I can do
this, and this is a good idea.
Yeah, I should get paid for it. That's why I do my Bitcoin thing, man. I just be like, guys, here's some Bitcoin. Figure this out. Do this. Everything's good. I don't want nothing from you. Bye. Like, I don't ask nothing from nobody. I just want to help. And that's how I decide to help people. Okay?
I see what you're saying.
Like, that's how everyone wants to help people, how they want to help them.
What's your love language? Touch, gifts, Bitcoin.
Yes.
Either some game on Bitcoin or either some real
Bitcoin. But Bitcoin. Yeah, bro. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. If you want to be with me, hit me with some BTC.
Oh my God, nigga went nuts. I don't know who this man thinks he is. But yeah, so
I'm with the chains and the whips though. But baby, you with that crypto.
I thought he was going like but he said crypto. Crypto.
I ain't trying to be a crypto.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. So I heard a story about some dumbass who went to the store the other day, right? And, and apparently there were some potatoes at the bottom of the shopping cart. And it looked like, the guy was just going to let y'all leave with it. And then some dumbass goes, Hey, did you scan this one?
I've never in my life. Like, the thing about it is,
I paid you.
he's right. He gave me $5 in Bitcoin. So I
like
this
how
is the
he
last time I'll talk about it. And since you did pay me, I won't talk about it anymore. This is the grand finale.
Dun, 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 dun.
This motherfucker, I never, let's say, like, because I will never incriminate myself, but the thing is, it's like, you forget, right? You have something in the bottom of the cart, you forget, and you're walking out, you're putting the bags back in the thing, and then someone, your friend's like, hey, did you get these? Did you scan these? Kind of like when the fucker in school is like, hey, did you collect the homework? I did the homework. Did you collect the homework? Bitch ass nigga. Like, not the potato man, but the homework kid.
Oh, he's a hoe. Bro, because you know, low key, sometimes I've seen it in the teacher's eyes sometimes. Where they kind of like, I know none of these niggas did it.
Bro, and like, that's who you are, huh?
That's okay. I'm going to do it.
I got to.
This is a learning lesson for all these niggas in this room. What kind of nigga
you are. Because it ain't going to hurt them that much. But they'll remember this on you forever.
And then they'll know niggas like you when they see them coming.
Yep. And they'll beat you up in the hallways. Anyway, come on, bro. The moral of the story is like, come on, bro. I've never.
Why,
come on,
Nick?
bro.
Why?
I placed it inside of. All right, here's the full story.
No.
I placed.
You're not allowed.
All right, whatever. I placed the shit at the bottom of the basket, and then I was like, oh, we might end up accidentally stealing this, maybe. And then when
we might end up accidentally stealing this.
And then
maybe.
I was like, I've been staying for a week with my mother, and she's kind of against all that stuff, so I have those routines set in my mind.
I don't know what he just said.
Bro, come on, bro. He gave me $5 in Bitcoin.
And that's Nick, ladies and gentlemen.
That's Nick. That's what we have to do.
Nick, who has a face for radio.
Yep. You really like this. That's what we have to do. Is that a Prada hat? Okay. Dearest one, you are not privy to the contracts. Yes, wait. Someone said, with all respect, did you call the Babyface a support act? Laugh my ass off. Someone said that. And Anita said, dearest one, you are not privy to the contracts. Yes, Babyface is a special guest support act on my tour. This false narrative of co-headliner is creating an unrealistic expectations and aggression from his fans towards me. He should tell you guys the truth. And then someone said, but once he saw his fans attacking Miss Baker for things out of her control, he should have said something, yet he lets them continue to attack her on his post. Nobody was attacking her. Everybody was like, Anita, please don't kick him off. Like,
yeah, because we bought tickets to see him
We bought tickets to see him too.
Yeah.
And then she's just like, Kenny's crazies are online bullies. Babyface, please call off your fans. I've been only kind and supportive. And the entire time I was like, no one's attacking you. She was trying to get her fans to start attacking Babyface, so it was like a psyop.
A psyop.
It was like Anita Baker was trying to do mind gymnastics on Twitter. But anyway.
but moving a little too slow.
Yeah. But whatever it takes, written by Gerald Levert and Anita Baker. Great song if anybody wants to use it.